Do you know how to go with the flow? And I'm not talking about the currents of the ocean or lakes or the rivers. Just go with the flow in life.
Hey, beautiful.
Hey, handsome.
That's my name.
I know.
See what you're trying to say? This is Laura and my husband, Handsome.
His name literally means handsome.
Yes, it does. We're not making that up. When I found out, I'm like, oh, I guess I am handsome.
Yes.
Because I never thought I was.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden you keep telling me I'm handsome. I'm like, okay. She's in love. That's it.
Of course.
So now we're talking about go with the flow, right?
Yes.
What does that really mean? Go with the flow. Right?
Are you asking me to answer?
Well, when you hear that, what do you think? What comes to mind?
Well, nowadays, when I hear go with the flow, like let's just see what happens, how things unfold with whatever it is that I'm doing. In the past, I'd be like, go with the flow? What do you mean? What should I plan for? How should I take care of this? And I'd want to start making lists and start organizing things, but that was the past.
Okay, so are you saying then that go with the flow means that the to-do list is gone?
Yes. To-do lists are gone. No overthinking, no trying to plan anything. Go with the flow. There is no plan. Just see what happens.
Well, but there is a plan.
Well, I don't know what it is. That's why I'm going with the flow.
No, but here's the thing, right? See, remember, in this world here, this mass consciousness world, you go anywhere, especially school, go to business school especially. What do they tell you? And you go to these seminars and like success seminars that tell you, there's even a saying that goes, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, or the other way around. How's it go?
If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's exactly it.
So what are they telling you?
They're telling you have to plan everything.
Right?
You have to have your goals, and you have to have your steps of how you're going to get to your goals.
Right? 3 months, a year, 5-year goals, right? And they tell you if you don't do that, you don't succeed. So it's been programmed to people that they have to have that.
Right.
So how do we transition someone from that to where, okay, go with the flow? And go with the flow means what? Trust your spiritual helpers. That's pretty much what we're saying.
Yes,
You
yes.
know that your spiritual helpers are there, whether it's your ancestors, right? Your spirit guides, the ascended masters, God. They're
The
there
angels, whoever it may be.
They're there. That's what go with the flow means. It's like, let them handle it for you because they see the bigger picture. But then here is mass consciousness saying, you have to have a plan, and if you don't plan, you fail. So what do we tell people? Go ahead and make your plan.
Yes.
Right? Make your 5-year plan if that makes you feel good. Make your 6 months plan if that makes you feel good. Come up with step by step what you're going to do. As long as you know and you're willing to leave that alone when you start to see things going in a different direction. Right? Because some people say, well, I feel lazy not doing anything. Well, it's not you're not doing anything, you'll be saying your decrees, right?
Right.
And there's certain
Using your
affirmations.
tools.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know, we give you certain tools to use, and they'll be guided. And so you're following guidance. And that's what go with the flow is. You're following the guidance. You're just sitting there doing nothing or standing there doing nothing. You're actually actively involved. But if you feel that you're having your 5 years planned, then have it with you. But then things start to go a different direction. Be flexible enough to say, okay, this is the way I'm supposed to be going because that's the guidance I'm getting.
That's the key, being flexible, adaptable to the new circumstances or situations that come up.
Very good. And so I just wanted to clarify that, right? That it's not just like, okay, don't have a plan. You should if that makes you feel good.
Right. Well, like we plan every year.
That's
January 1st, we have dream boards that we call them with our kids, and they put all their goals that they want to accomplish for the year. But we know that that could change at any time because our direction could change. The guidance that we receive about what we're supposed to do or something else might happen and we can change it.
The guidance doesn't change.
Well, the guidance doesn't change, but the
When we get
guidance,
the guidance.
when we get the guidance, then our plan changes.
That's correct.
Right.
Right.
I mean, it even goes down to, for us, to a daily basis. I could say, well, tomorrow I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and P, D, Q, whatever it is. And then in the morning, we wake up and my husband might say, well, this is what we're doing today. I'm like, okay, well, there go all the plans that I had. So this is, the new plan for the day. Let's roll with it. And then I end up getting all the other things done anyway.
And the same thing happens with me, right? I'll say, well, here's what I had planned for the day, but that just went out the window because something else came up. And we don't complain about it. We just go ahead and do what came up. And
That's
whatever
right.
plans we have, we know that they'll be taken care of.
And
So
they
that-
always are.
That's correct. And anything else that needs to be taken care of is taken care of.
And part of the key to that is knowing that it's going to be taken care of, knowing that it's going to be done, and letting go. Instead of stressing, saying, oh, but I have this to do, and I have that to do, and I have to get that done.
Okay, slow down. You're getting hyper.
Oh, I know, but that's part of it. That's how it feels when things change.
Well, I just want to make sure that the individuals that don't have English as their primary language,
Oh, I
that
apologize.
they understand what you're saying. So
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Just
So-
slow down.
I also see it as, for me, it was embracing change. Because I like to have things set in the past. This is the way I used to be. I like to have things set, and this is what's going to happen. And if something changed, it would just throw me off, and I felt lost. And I felt a little bit out of whack for a while, if you will. And it's something that took getting used to. Because again, over and over, my spiritual helpers, whoever would be coming through, would prove to me that even though things changed, whatever it was that I wanted to accomplish or that needed to be accomplished was still getting done.
And at a better or more effective
Yes.
rate and fashion, right?
Yes, or even sometimes that they didn't even need to take place anymore. They just dropped off because it wasn't necessary based on the new plan
Right.
that was just thrust at me, is how I thought.
So now, what I want to mention about that is going with the flow. You said it's not like the ocean or the waves, but in a way it is.
Well, I was speaking in the physical sense.
Right. That's what I'm speaking as well.
Okay.
You know, because everything is energy, right?
Right.
So think about it this way, and I love using this analogy. Imagine, well, this happened to me, so I can actually tell the story. This is a true story. I've told this one before. So here I came to America, coming to America, right?
Yes.
So I came to America, I'm at college, and I remember now I went into the cafeteria to get some food. I was hungry. I was feeling hungry. I would get some food before I go to my next class. I had a 1 hour, 2 hours break. And so I went in there and I just stood in line. I was standing there. And I noticed that people just going right past me. And next thing I know, they were sitting down eating their food. I'm asking myself, well, how comes they've been served and nobody's bothering to serve me? You know, and I just kept standing there waiting. And finally, this girl from Mexico, she looked at me and said, are you going to get food? Because she was standing behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, yes, I'm waiting for someone to serve me. And she laughed. She said, no. You just go and get in a line, you grab the tray, and I said, just follow me. So I followed her. And then she grabbed the tray. She said, get your tray. I got the tray. And as you go, you just start getting your food. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You get whatever you want, and then when you get to the end, you pay for it. I said, huh, I didn't know that. She said, how long have you been here? I said, it's my first day. She said, oh, okay. This is how it works. You always go and get your food, get whatever you want, and then you know what? Nobody's going to serve you. You just go and get your food, and then when you get to the end, they'll calculate how much you owe, and then you pay them. Why did I tell that story? You think?
Because you're used to people serving you,
No.
giving you the food.
It's not even that. A lot of us go through life
Uh-huh.
with an expectation based on our past experience.
Got it.
All right? And from my past experience where I came from, when you walk into a restaurant, right? We didn't have cafeteria where I came from, right? It's a restaurant. You walk in there, you wait for somebody to come and get you to seat you. So I saw this big place, so I just figured someone was going to come and get me to tell me where to sit.
Oh.
Well, that didn't happen. Right? Now, how many individuals in their lives actually do that, where they're operating in an environment based on their past experience, based on their perspective?
I think a lot of people do.
So guess what happens? People go by them, right?
Right.
Just like people are going by me, they're eating and going off to class, and I'm standing there half an hour wondering what's going on and why I'm being treated that way. Why is it that people are ignoring me and they take care of all the other people? See?
Yes.
How many people go through life like that, where everything is about, well, they're mistreating me. They're not treating me right.
Right.
They're ignoring me.
A lot of people do.
Okay? So, if you go with the flow, what do you have to do? You have to be more observant.
You have to be more like water if you're going to go with the flow, because water adapts to every situation.
Right? But, remember now, you have to observe first.
Yes.
How will you know what to adapt to?
Yes, you have to pay attention to what's going on
Exactly.
to know what to adapt to.
So if I were paying close attention, instead of just standing there with my expectations, someone coming to me, I would have noticed that people were just going and getting their tray and then getting their food. But see, I was so stuck in the way I thought that none of that registered. So first you have to know is if you're going to go with the flow, you have to be observant with an open mind. Make sense? With an open mind, not with your ideas of what things should be like. Not with your ideas of what things have been like, because that's what you experienced in the past.
So it's like emptying what you have known
But
and observing and then taking in the new.
exactly. But isn't that what going to flow is?
Yes.
It's emptying your cup and then allowing that same cup now to be filled with new information. And once I saw that one time, next time I was there, I just got in line and then went and got my food. Now, same thing in life. Have you ever been to a buffet?
Yes.
What's the concept of a buffet?
You take a plate and you go serve yourself food, whatever food you want out of the entire selection.
Whatever you want, right?
Yes.
How much can you have?
As much as you want.
Right? Now think about this. If something runs out at the buffet, what happens?
The people who work there replenish it.
So it's almost like unlimited, right?
Right.
Interesting, isn't it? Now think about the universe and God as your supply. Have you ever thought about this? Here is the ocean. Has a lot of salt, right?
Yes.
Where does sea salt come from?
The ocean.
Right? So for sea salt to come from the ocean, do you think that they actually take the seawater and then they have to do something with it to produce that salt in some places?
Yes.
And in other places it's just there, right? Salt
Right.
is just there. But imagine places where they actually take the seawater and then turn it into salt, right? They boil it and then get the salt. This has been going on for a long time, don't you think?
Yes.
So why is it that the ocean hasn't gone lower?
That's a very good question, to which I do not have the answer. But I would say that God replenishes it.
And as much as people have taken all this water out of the ocean, it's still the same level, isn't it? Or even higher in many places. How is that possible? Because it's proof to us that God provides unlimited supply. So now, if you know this, based on the example I just gave you, why is it that the moment you see that maybe you have $10 left in your wallet, you start to panic?
Oh, because you think you're going to need more in order to be able to take care of the things that you see.
Well, you probably need more. That's not why you panic.
You panic because that's all you have? And you don't know where you're going to get more from?
There you go. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Right? So why would you be concerned about where you're going to get it from when you just told me that the ocean seems to just get replenished automatically?
Because living in the material world, if that's all I've got, that's it. There's no more. I have to go find more or make more money somehow.
Now, if you take the ocean concept and put it into the world of energy, everything is energy. A dollar bill is energy, right?
Uh-huh.
A coin is energy. Every penny is a form of energy. So that $10 bill is energy. All you have to do is what? Attract more of it, because there is unlimited supply. Money can never run out because God supplies it all the time. So how does that fit into go with the flow? It's the same concept. Instead of panicking about, oh, I don't have enough, I can't pay my bill this month, you should be like, I know that this supply is unlimited. This is a buffet.
Mm-hmm.
This is God's buffet. And all I have to do is go and get as much as I want. And I can always go back and get more. So you can go with a teaspoon and get a teaspoon worth, or you can go with a truck, with a tanker, and get as much as you want. Which one would you rather do?
Take the truck.
The tanker, right?
Right.
Why?
Because I could get a whole lot more.
So someone that's suffering financially, or someone that's in a strained relationship, or someone's in any negative situation, why are they in that situation, you think?
Because they think they won't have more, or they won't have enough, or they don't know how to get out of it.
Well, they don't think they can get anything more than what they have there.
Got it.
If they knew they already had it, then there'd be no panic of any kind. See, if you know that God's relationships are perfect, then why are you worried about the relationship you're in? You know it has to be perfect because God gives unlimited love.
Mm-hmm.
So that relationship has no choice but to turn around because God is involved. So go with the flow. Enjoy it because you know it's an unlimited supply of love. And even though the relationship looks like it's falling apart, everything, it's not. See, that's just the oceans. You know how the ocean goes rough one day and then it's calm the next day?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's just nature. Everything has its rough days and then it has its calm days. If you look at it that way, aren't you going with the flow?
Yes.
But the supply is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Supply of prosperity, whether it's financial, whether it's what? Emotional, whether it's health-wise or any other type of prosperous wanting that someone has. It's already there. We just have to go with the flow and know that it is there. That's the go with the flow part.
Got it.
Now, don't question it. Don't panic because you know it's unlimited. Whatever it is, if you don't feel like you're healthy right now, it's because you have convinced yourself that your health is an issue. Is that what the case is?
Yes.
Because if you knew that optimal health is unlimited by God, then what do you have to worry about? I don't care how you look. I don't care if you can't walk right now. If you know that God provides to you and everybody else optimal health, then guess what? You're going to attract it, it will come to you. And it's just a matter of time before it gets there. Go with the flow. Your big toe's falling off. Go with the flow. You know that that's not real because God will give you a new toe. How did that make sense to you?
It makes sense to me. The question is, does it make sense to those watching this video?
You want to add anything to that before we close it out?
No, I think you did a really good job covering all kinds of different things there.
All right. Well, I just want to make sure that everyone understands that go with the flow is not just saying, okay, well, I'll just kind of watch what happens.
No, be
Right.
actively involved and just be willing to adapt and change when things come up
How would they be actively involved?
by just going about doing what they feel they should be doing.
Feel what they should be doing, right?
Right.
And so how do you get accuracy in the feeling that you're getting,
Thank God ahead of time to guide you properly.
right?
Start your day off doing that.
Decree,
Mm-hmm. Use the
Because that
tools
helps.
you get with IWP or the Project Prosperity Group, the trainee training or facilitator training.
right? Because using those, they help clear up a lot of the energy that needs to be removed,
Yes.
you know, and then that way, you're now dealing with light for the most part. But knowing that everything is in abundance, that nothing is in shortage, that's the going with the flow part. That you could see your body's in pain. Right? Like you've seen me put my body in pain on purpose.
Yes.
Just experimenting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now why am I not concerned?
Because you know it's just energy and it can be transmuted or changed in
Right.
some way.
You know, because I know it's just temporary.
Uh-huh.
I know that, okay, that's transmuted, I'll be fine. And that's what you do. Once you get to that point, then nothing moves you. You know? You just go with it because you know, okay, it's temporary. Just have fun with it. It's a journey. Enjoy it.
Okay.
And again, whether or not it's health, whether or not it's wealth or finances, whether or not it's relationship, what else do people be looking at? As far
Jobs.
as- jobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's unlimited abundance because God supplies all of it. And he doesn't go like this. Oh, well, for Laura, I like her, so I'll give her more than I'll give this person over here. It doesn't go that way. You're the one that decides how much you're going to get. Because you go to the ocean just like everybody else and you get the amount of salt water that you want.
Right.
You know? And then you decide if you want a cup, if you want a teaspoon, or if you want a tanker, or if you want one of those like big barges, right? It's up to you. Or just set up a factory right there with a hose that just pumps the thing.
That siphons it.
Exactly, right? It's all up to you. And despite all that, it never goes down because it is unlimited. So know that and enjoy it and go with the flow, knowing that you can't run out of excellent health, money, very good relationships or excellent relationships, jobs, or whatever else it might be. You can't run out of it. And right now you're only in that situation because you believe it's limited. Change it and know that it's a buffet and go and get as much as you want. There is no limit.
All right. If you have any questions or concerns, make sure you let us know.
Remember to subscribe and like this video. Join the Facebook group 190 Vision to connect with others on the same journey. Get help by visiting our website 190vision.com. Support the 190 Vision mission by clicking on the donate button, which is at the bottom of each page of our website.